to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
It is a brisk and stormy day in Christchurch, the Garden City, but it is starting to warm up in the cauldron that is Cowles Stadium as the Canterbury Rams get ready to take on the Franklin Bulls. The Bulls, fresh off a win over the Nelson Giants just last night with their tails up, travelled to Tahuha Otutahi for this one against the Rams, coming off a win over their foes, the Wellington Saints, a week ago. Upsets aplenty in the NZNBL so far in round 7. Will we see another one this afternoon? Kia ora, a very good afternoon to you. Hugh Bain here alongside the great Phil Jones. And Phil, well, for those watching and just joined us, a barnstormer of a game on Sky Sport just now with a 1-point win for the Manawatu Jets over the Auckland Tuatada. These games are coming thick and fast, and you can't pick who's going to win them, and this one is no different.
Absolutely, yeah. No one would have probably been picking the Jets to beat the Tuatada, but it happened. And I think this weekend has been a real showcase of how potentially volatile this NZNBL is this year, with teams beating teams that probably really shouldn't be beating them, and it's good for the league.
It certainly is good for the league, and it's not so easy for those calculating things such as ladders, and we'll have a look at the ladder with one game to go in round 7. The Tuatada still sit atop, but now can be caught, of course. That they are now 7-3, of course. The Manawatu Jets 2-6 with back-to-back wins for the Plains, which is just great news on the coinciding with the release of Top Gun Maverick. I like to think the Jets have really upped their game. But to tonight's game, the Canterbury Rams 5-3, the Bulls 3-4 after their win against the Giants last night. So a moving day for one of these two in the middle of a very congested NZNBL ladder. Round 7 finishes this afternoon. Round 8 comes live into your living rooms from Thursday at 7 o'clock, where the Tuatada, back-to-back losses to the Airs and the Jets, will take on the Otago Nuggets themselves, coming off back-to-back losses. Two of the high flyers early in the season, looking to refine their form. The Giants meet the Saints on Friday night at the Hangar in Nelson, and then the Rams take on the Jets Saturday 5:30. Those are your first 3 games of round 8. Well, Leon Henry showed out for his team last night. He's in the starting lineup tonight, with the late news that Denham Brook will miss tonight's game with a hand injury. So Jaden Bazant and Corey Webster, who made a return to the NZNBL with a lazy 31 points last night in the backcourt. Henry, Isaac Davidson and Anzac Rossetto in the front court for the Franklin Bulls. Let's hear from their head coach, Morgan Maskell.
Morgan, welcome to Christchurch. A good win against the Giants last night. How are the boys pulling up after the trip to Christchurch?
There'll be some sore bodies in there, I'm sure, but we've had some naps, we've eaten lunch, and we're ready to go for another one tonight.
And I see that Corey played some pretty big minutes last night. Obviously, he'd probably be feeling a bit tired. You think you're going to get the same amount of minutes out of him tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Frontline soldiers, you do what you need to do to get the win, and we have a day off tomorrow.
I think you had a very impressive game plan last night, especially on the defensive end. Any guys in particular that you're looking to focus on with the Rams?
Sunday Ditch is a supreme talent. There's a clear reason why he's getting big minutes in the Australian League. He can shoot, he can cut, he can score, he can defend. So limiting a player as talented as that will be really key. Obviously, they've got a number of talented players, Taylor Britt, and they're a big team. Max Dowling, Mike Karina, and the return of Alex Talma tonight. So it's a big team we have to play. So we need to be good against all of their players.
Hey, good luck for the game. Thank you.
This Canterbury Rams side, that man Alex Talma, well known to Canterbury Rams fan, called back into action with the injury to Matur Maker. And we're ready to see how long Maker is out. So Alex Talma called in and will start on the bench tonight. Taylor Brett, Sunday Detch in the backcourt. Ryan Taylor, Max Darling and big Mike Karina round out the starting 5 for the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. Let's hear from their head coach, Judd Flavel.
Judd, obviously Bulls coming into town off a good win against the Giants last night. They'll be feeling pretty confident. You got a few plans to try and shut Corey Webster down?
Yeah, no, he was in impressive form for his first game. And yeah, look, I mean, we're going to try to obviously throw some different guys at him and get after him a little bit. But look, he is Corey Webster, so he's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to make a lot of tough shots. We've got to make sure that they are tough, and hopefully we can contain him. Like obviously he got going for the Bulls, and yeah, let's see if we can keep the ball out of his hands somewhat too.
And I see you brought Alex Talma back into the lineup with Mature out with an injury. What can we expect to see from him?
Oh, I think the Alex Talma that we all know that's going to come in and be up for the physical challenge. He's been here 2 days, kind of feels like he's been here for two months already. So it's familiar surroundings for him, but great to have him in there. As you said, like we're a bit light, especially in particular on the bigs at the moment. So yeah, no, we'll throw him out there and see how he goes.
Hey, good luck for the game. Cheers.
No Joe Cook Green either for the Rams. You see him dressed in civilian clothing there. In the back of the huddle, we see the head-to-head between these two teams, the Rams and the Bulls. The Rams with the better offense, the Bulls with the better defense. Otherwise, points in the paint, field goal percentage, almost identical, Phil.
Yeah, and I think, you know, with the addition of Corey Webster to the Bulls lineup, I imagine that points for and against will probably change a little bit, because obviously Corey adds a bit of potency to the offensive end for the Bulls. But other than that, they match up pretty well, so it looks like we're in for another barn burner tonight.
Certainly are. Corey Webster, 31 points off 21 shots last night. As you see, our crew chief for this game, Matt Bathurst, who will be ably assisted by Sharon Martin and Regan Ashley. What of fatigue, Phil Jones, for this Bulls side less than 24 hours ago, tipped off against the Nelson Giants. Corey Webster looked suitably puffed at the end of that game. His return to the court after 5 or 6 weeks off in between seasons and nursing an ankle injury. And now they lose Denham Brook.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously the second game of the double-header can pose a bit of a problem on the fitness side of things, but you know, Corey's a gamer, and I reckon that he'll find a way to conserve energy when he can. And, you know, last night I was super impressed with the way he played defense as well as offense, and he definitely brought it both ends of the court. But I think I've always enjoyed playing the second game of a doubleheader. You just feel a little bit more relaxed going into the game, and that nervous energy is not quite there, and you feel like you're sort of in a better spot to come out and perform well.
We'll talk about nervous energy. There's a good energy inside Cowles Stadium. Another packed house. More and more around the NZNBL every weekend as the season progresses, and a fair few eyes will be on number 9 for the Franklin Bulls, Corey Webster. One of the stars of New Zealand basketball for the last decade. In fact, I heard a couple of kids as I walked into the arena this afternoon, Phil, very excited when they saw Corey Webster warming up.
Yeah, he's a real great addition to the league, and he's fun to watch, you know, because he can score from the three, he can put the ball on the floor and get to the hoop. He's creative, and he's got all kinds of different shots and finishes that he can make, and you know, he's great to watch. He's fun to watch. He's been a world-class scorer. He's proven that. So let's see what he can bring to the floor tonight.
You forget about some of the young players as well who've grown up watching him. Corey's been around for so long. Talking to a couple of the young Rams, watching on and say, there's a legend right there. And here we are underway, and it's his teammate Jaden Bazant, the Franklin Bulls, who control the tip. And they go straight to Corey Webster, comes off a curl. Sunday ditch on him tonight, by the looks of it, as Leon Henry puts up the first shot of the game, and there's nothing but twine for Henry.
And that's what Corey did a good job of last night against the Giants, was being a facilitator as well, and you know, showing his ability to pass the ball and straight into Leon's shooting pocket, and nothing but net from Leon Henry.
Goes out of bounds off Henry, so Rams will inbound the ball.
Using those lengthy arms to good use on defense.
Rambo keeps himself warm in the background. Plyometrics. Here's Sunday Detch. Karina with the screen. Shoveled inside to the big man. Baseline spin from Karina. Rossetto slips. Leon Henry with the block. Pins it against the backboard. Here come the Bulls the other way. Isaac Davidson stepping. Karina comes down with it. Detch curls into a three. Henry active in this game. Points, block, rebounds already for the 7-time league champion.
Yeah, and Bulls just doing a nice job of slowing down the pace here, and we can get another good look.
Here's Webster just pulling up from long 2-point range. That one doesn't go.
And don't want to be giving him too many of those open looks.
Detch to go the long way. Another rebound for Leon Henry. Here's Corey Webster out on his own, so he might just slow things down. He does. Sizes up Ryan Taylor. Under duress on the baseline. Straight into the outstretched hands of Max Darling. We're just working on getting our graphics going for you. It's a 3-0 lead to the Franklin Bulls. And there we go. Here's Max Darling using his strength on Henry. Up fake. And he's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two. Max Darling, who's got better as the season has progressed, Phil.
He has, yeah, obviously coming back from over in Europe. And one thing I noticed last night with the Bulls side was their physicality, and particularly on defense. And you see here Leon Henry just really bodying up Max Darling in the post and trying to force him out, just a little bit aggressive. But I think that's something we're going to see from the Bulls all night.
This is his first, averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds. Here's Max. Splits his free throws and gives the Rams their first point of this one. Henry with an inch-perfect pass to Isaac Davidson, who rewards his captain with the assist.
Henry is all over the stat sheet right now.
Darling, the pass was there for Sunday Detch, he just couldn't bring it in. Sunday Detch recently selected for his national team. South Sudan.
You see the Rams dropping into a zone.
Webster calls to the screen, one of the biggest screens in the league. Anzac Rossetto finds the space as Corey, but his three ball just short. Here comes Taylor Brett the other way. Straight at Corey Webster. Good defense though from the tall black veteran. Bazant pulls up from the elbow. That one doesn't drop.
And that's something I like to see from Jaden Bazant, is just being aggressive and getting 2 feet in the paint, because he's very tough from that position.
Henry goes down on one knee. Darling can't capitalise.
Just looked like he slipped on the floor there, Henry.
Bit of a grimace, but he tells his coach not to worry. Josh Ledger is ready to get into the game anyway. And one would think that might be for Henry. Here's Taylor Brett, fires it over to Detch. Detch from the corner. Another rebound for Leon Henry. Number 4 in 3.5 minutes.
He's going after that 24 rebound stat line that Xavier Cooks had on Friday.
24 and 24. Late last night, Cooks. Saints against the Sharks. Ryan Taylor looking to get himself going, and we'll appreciate that one going down nice and early. As do the crowd here at Cowles Stadium. Bazant sees a bit of a gap in this Rams zone. Bazant. That's off. Rebounded by Darling.
And there's been a very frenetic pace to the start of this game, up and down, and that's not going to work in the Bulls' favour if they continue to play at this pace.
Brett to Darling. Fires it over to Taylor. Ryan Taylor, back-to-back buckets for the American. He's blown hot and cold so far in his Rams career. All indications for a hot one tonight.
Very close to a backcourt.
And then Leon Henry, I should say, fires it over at referee Regan Ashley. It's Anzac Rossetto who takes the seat, and Josh Ledger enters the game. Rossetto battling illness over the past few days. Kadina looking for some help, finding it in the form of his captain, Taylor Brett. Brett straight into the Bulls' traffic, and that's a smart move from Taylor Brett.
Beautiful spin there, just off the contact from Jaden Bazant, and finishes with the left hand. Taylor Brett's so good at getting to his left hand, and once he gets to that position, he's hard to stop.
Bazant will hand it off to Webster. Round the Ledger screen. Isaac Davidson, Henry in the corner. Darling with another board. 4 early boards for Max Darling. Brett goes at the space cleared out by Karina and finishes. Here's Taylor running downhill. Webster, his 3 goes down.
The thing you got to like about Webster is he's going to shoot. He's going to keep shooting, and that's what he did last night against the Giants. Missed his first few, and then once he got going, he was tough.
Darling going at Henry. Henry comes off.
A lot of contact there, not being called.
Give and go. And a give. Henry for 3, wide open. Can't get it to go. Rebound number 5 for Max Darling. Brett dumps it off to Darling. Clean block by Henry. Well, the Rams will go again. Karina. Henry's had his hands full to start this game. Mike Karina with the jump hook. And again, Leon Henry comes off better at the defensive end. Great shift from the Bulls captain to start this one. Josh Ledger goes up and delicately drops it in.
And Leon Henry is working so hard down there on the low block. He's asking for a sub right now. I think he needs a breather.
Detch drops it in to Darling. And a good foul from Isaac Davidson on the contest. And Max Darling will go to the Racine foul line to shoot 2.
It's surprising not to see Max Darling actually go up there and try and punch that on top of Davidson. Nice pick and roll, and Darling has more than enough athleticism to get up above the rim.
It is cold in here.
It is, yeah.
That's why I wasn't dunking in the warm-up. Cold and stormy afternoon here in Christchurch.
The pace of the game's good though. Like they're getting up and down, and there's a bit of physicality. The referees are letting them play. But like I mentioned earlier, I think that pace will eventually wear the Bulls down, and I think the Bulls will need to figure out a way to slow things down. The Rams throwing a bit of full court pressure at them early to try and speed that gameplay up for the Bulls, and I'm sure Coach Morgan Maskell's having a chat about that.
Well, he's promised his team 2 days off if they get a win today. They fly back to Auckland tonight, weather allowing, of course, with that weather system across the North Island.
We see young Carl Robinson checking into the game. He had a very nice game against the Giants last night. Disruptive defensively, and came up with a couple of clutch plays towards the end of the game.
It's been a great weekend of NZNBL basketball. You mentioned that 24 and 24 stat line from Xavier Cooks from the Wellington Saints, overshadowing Tom Vodanovic's 14 and 17. And Mike Smith had 30 points in that one for the Saints against a valiant effort from an undermanned Shark side. Jalen Jarian, how about his 28 points as Max Darling revisits the Racine foul line, misses his first. Double doubles for DKP and Winston Shepherd as well for the Sharks.
Yeah, we've seen some big numbers posted this weekend.
A double-double from Nelson Giants captain Sam Dempster last night as well in a losing effort, as the Franklin Bulls reignited their season after 4 straight losses, and they're looking to make 2 straight wins tonight.
And the Rams dropping back to that zone again.
Isaac Davidson's 3 doesn't go. Taylor gets the rebound. Detch drops it down to Darling. Inside to Karina, who's clouded by Jet Thompson. So Mike Karina will head to the foul line to shoot 2.
Obviously, Jet Thompson caught Mike Karina off balance here, because Mike Karina almost fell over like a pinball when he got hit.
And that is a size mismatch that you would expect the other way to happen.
Absolutely.
Foul on the floor. Taylor Brett goes at Jet Thompson up with his ill-favoured right hand. But you wouldn't have guessed it from that move from Taylor Britt.
No, just silky touch off the backboard.
Corey Webster is out here slinging passes around, and they are finding hands. Here he is now. So let's find the bottom of the net, and he does just that.
Now that's a tough assignment for Mike Kadina when Webster goes around that screen. If he steps up too soon, Webster's probably going to try and put his head down and go by him.
Taylor, great contest from Webster on a block too. Thompson putting on the Jets. Webster. Pass fake and then dumps it into Anzac Rossetto, who cops a lot of contact. The Rams come away with the ball. So there, an offensive one on Taylor Britt.
Yeah, Coach Judd Flavel just asking the question that there probably was a little bit of contact before the offensive foul by Taylor Britt. Ryan Taylor doing a great job down there defensively on Anzac Rossetto as he dove to the basket.
Anzac Rossetto just asked for a sub off there. Doesn't look like he's feeling 100%. As Corey Webster drives, gets the bucket and the foul. And he'll go to the Rosine foul line for one more.
Athletic move by Corey. And that's his ability to be able to, you know, because he can shoot so well from the three, you've got to guard the three-point line. You've got to run him off the three. But if he gets a head of steam, he puts the ball on the floor, he's tough to stop. And he's sneaky athletic.
Showing absolutely no ill signs of the ankle injury that's plagued him the last 5 or 6 weeks since his return from Egypt. Here's Sunday Detch. A warm embrace between him and Corey at the start of this game. Adversaries in the Australian League before. Sunday Detch with a lovely coast-to-coast move, and he gets 2 points for it. Bazant round the ledger screen. Cal Robinson, the ball's crowding the left side of that court. And Josh Ledger, the only one on the weak side, comes away with the rebound. Webster back to Bazant. This one will touch the roof on the way in. Sam Smith goes and gets the board. Detch battling with Jet Thompson. A lot of physicality out there. Here's Max Darling going at the rim and finishing.
There's a lot of physicality.
Big screens, big defense.
I think the Rams defense is being pretty effective. That zone is forcing the Bulls to shoot from the perimeter, and they're coming up with some missed shots.
Robinson.
Unlike that one. And
Not going to put Phil Jones in his place. That's just that, the young man.
The Rams just doing a pretty good job on the rebounds as well.
Detch fires it up as time expires here in the first quarter. And well, that first quarter went by like a flash, Phil. Barely a stoppage in it. 19-17 the score. The Bulls lead by 2. Second quarter coming up after the break here on the home of sport, Sky Sport. Good game.
Yeah.
Hello to George Robinson watching the live stream. Hope you're well, mate. Welcome back to Cowles Stadium. Close one here after one quarter of action. The Franklin Bulls lead by 2 in the final game of round 7. The NZNBL almost at the halfway point of the 2022 season, and it is anybody's guess who's going to be there come the pointy end. With the two teams that entered round 7 at 1 and 2 on the ladder, they both cop losses this weekend, the Nelson Giants and the Auckland Tuatara. Tuatara going down to the Manawatu Jets this afternoon by 1 point, 92-91. And the Giants losing at home to the Franklin Bulls last night, and the Bulls looking to go 2-0 on their South Island road trip. And all good so far with a 2-point lead after one quarter. Hugh Bainan here alongside Phil Jones. And Phil, it was a frantic first quarter of action.
It was 10 minutes. That really is not usually 10 minutes in basketball is not usually 10 minutes. You know, you can probably count on it's going to be double that, and it was pretty close to 10 minutes.
Alex Talma back in the NZNBL, having packed away the basketball shoes this year to concentrate on his career as a firefighter. Sunday Datch's 2-pointer doesn't go. And Talma called down from Auckland to play for his former team as they deal with a bit of an injury crisis in the front court. Jaden Bazant can't get it to go. And it will remain Franklin ball.
And Talma probably wasn't expecting to have his first game back against Anzac Rossetto, who's a very big body.
Well, I said to Alex before the game, good to see you back. Have you played much? He goes, haven't played much, but I've been working out. And I said, yeah, no way, mate. Would never have guessed.
Yeah.
Still the size of a building. And a lovely man to have back in the league. He'll give us everything for his Canterbury Rams. Here's Jet Thompson, 3 on the shot clock. Bazant, his 3 ball, goes down. Jaden Bazant for 3.
And Jaden's had a few open looks and hasn't managed to make them, but be feeling good after that one going through the hoop.
Jet Thompson, hustling defense is rewarded. Bazant, Anzac dives and said Henry's 3 ball is up and it's down. Leon Henry for 3.
Leon Henry looks locked in at the moment. With a couple of threes and just sucking every rebound up on defense.
Ditch. Sam Smith in the corner. His 3 doesn't go. Another rebound for Henry. His 9th. Early in this second quarter. Jet Thompson saw a little bit of daylight. Out of bounds, and it will be Bulls basketball.
And Jet Thompson's doing a great job on Sunday Ditch. It's just really forcing Sunday Ditch into almost over-dribbling a little bit too much. And he's been really disruptive to the Rams' offense.
Early timeout in this second quarter by the Rams.
And Judd Fable's probably going to have a bit of a chat about the offensive end and just getting the ball through hands and making sure that that Sunday is not under too much pressure.
And there's a great crowd here at Cowles Stadium. And lots more basketball to come in Christchurch over the next few weeks. Both the Rams and the mainland Poakai, who will tip off to Basketball Aotearoa. The opening game will be here in Cowles Stadium. Phil, you and I will be lucky enough to be here calling it.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. It's going to be great to see women's basketball back on Sky TV, and
every game live.
Exciting to have women's basketball playing again, and you know, talking to some of the women players in the NBL, they're excited to be back here and representing their teams.
June 29th from Cowles Stadium, Tauhi Basketball Aotearoa. For now, it's the turn of the men in the NZNBL. And the Franklin Bulls have an 8-point lead over the Canterbury Rams early in the second quarter. We're back underway. Here's Isaac Davidson. Corey Webster. Well, they worked that move to a T, did the Franklin Bulls. Here's Talma handing it off to Smith. Hunter Adam into the game, recently named MVP in the under-19 nationals just last weekend here in Christchurch. As Canterbury took home the men's honours, Waikato the women's. Hunter Adams steps on the sideline, right in front of the Bulls bench.
Tough to get away with that one, particularly in front of the bench. Now that last play, the out-of-bounds play from the Bulls, the Rams just need to know where Corey Webster is. They can't let him have such a good look.
The Rams fell asleep there, and Anzac Rossetto, no small man, was hiding in plain sight under the hoop. Just a few concentration lapses from the Canterbury Rams. Ryan Taylor hit his first couple of shots. That one a little too strong. Webster with another casual pass that finds its mark. Davidson from the elbow. Darling goes and gets the rebound. Taylor steps on the other sideline, and Judge Flavel.
It's a tough one for a coach, you know, especially when you have 2 in a row on the last 2 offensive possessions for the Rams. Just can't afford to have that happen. You see Ryan Taylor with his foot on the line.
Webster wants a screen, gets it from Ledger, pulls up, 2-point land, rolls around the rim and then into the upstretched hands of Britt. Karina, his does exactly the same.
Oh, Taylor Britt just taking a screen from Josh Ledger there.
Give and go, and there's Jaden Bazant. Great recognition from Leon Henry.
And this score is just blowing out really quickly.
Detch back to Darling. 3-ball up. Leon Henry almost dares him to shoot it. And that'll be Canterbury Rams ball. As Walter Brown makes his way into the game for the first time, relieving Sam Smith for the Canterbury Rams. The Bulls can't put a foot wrong in the second quarter, Phil.
No, they're shooting the ball well, and offensively they're just moving the ball so well, and they're getting whatever they want really on offense.
Britt has a mismatch, fires the 3-ball, and that's a nice settler for the Rams. Webster, Henry steps into a 3, too strong.
A little heat check from Leon Henry there. I don't mind that, particularly the way he's playing at the moment.
Upper hand to Corey Webster, so Rams ball as Jet Thompson relieves a puffing Jaden Bazant. The first signs of fatigue from some of the Franklin Bulls. They have a healthy lead. Taylor Britt tucks it under his arm, looks inside for Mike Karina, and Corey Webster has his hand in the cookie jar.
May have tweaked his ankle a little bit there on the landing.
Nice find from Britt. You just see Webster's hand there. So big Mike.
It's everything a little bit tough for the Rams at the moment on offense. The Bulls are just, their rotation on defense is excellent. They're just closing out every shooter and catching every diver to the rim.
One of a handful of Canterbury Rams who you could easily see on the door of a nightclub. Such is the man's width.
If he's standing in the doorway, you're not getting through it, that's for sure.
Yeah, try somewhere else, fellas. Josh Ledger just setting potent screens at mid-court for the Bulls as Isaac Davison tries to find a way through. Henry hands it off to Webster. It's like the breakers of the early 2010s. Webster, that pass tipped on its way through, so the Bulls will retain possession.
You see young Walter Brown checking into the game for the first time tonight, and he had quite a big impact on the last game when we were down here.
A couple of great games in the Cauldron in the last few weeks. A heartbreaker for the Rams as Jet Thompson gets the 3 to go. The heartbreaker for the Rams against the Hawks, Tawan AG's introduction to the NBL. And then a win over the Saints, which every team relishes. Such is the history and the success of the Wellington Saints. Sunday Detch, his floater, can't go. Big offensive rebound and put back from Karina.
Mike Karina starting to impose himself on the game.
Foul called there on Sunday Detch, who gave Anzac Rossetto a bear hug as he tried to go around the screen. Jane Brezant wants back in.
One thing that's very noticeable is Coach Morgan Maskell. He's rotating his lineup constantly, which is a good idea. When you second game of a double header.
Spaceline spin from Webster, but Karina did well to get in the passing lane, effect a turnover. (35-22), just past the midway point of the second quarter. Taylor Brett tucks it under his arm. Needs some help and finds it in the form of Max Darling. Reignites his battle with Leon Henry, who did well, but Darling did better.
Tough finish.
And Leon Henry gives the recognition that Max Darling deserves after that move. Game recognised game, as they say. Webster driving high with the left hand. Doesn't go. Jet Thompson in there with the rebound. He's fouled. The effort play from Jet Thompson ends in a trip to the Rosine foul line.
Just watch Walter Brown come across on this drive right here and just changes the shot. Rams just can't come up with a rebound. Jet Thompson sneaking in between those two.
Makes his first, does Jet. 11 assists to 3 in favour of the Franklin Bulls, Phil. What does that tell you about the offence?
Well, they're doing a great job of moving it and moving the basketball, and I think the Rams probably going to talk about that a bit in the changing room at half-time, I imagine.
Jet Thompson comes off and receives the adulation of his teammates as Isaac Davidson is back on the floor. The Rams, an off-ball movement, but Leon Henry saw that coming. An imposing block on Walter Brown.
Just another stat on the stat sheet for Leon Henry.
6 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists so far. And now a block. 2 blocks, I should say. Darling down low. Gets the up fake to work. And the foul, and he'll go the line to shoot one more. Well, Max Darling. Foul called on Henry. And that's a fun battle to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, and Darling showing good patience here. Just an up fake, gets him off the ground. Leon probably a little bit unlucky to pick up a foul. He saw the contact coming and sort of shied away from it, but Max Darling didn't have to draw the foul. It's probably one of the only ways they're going to slow Leon down at the moment is get him into foul trouble.
Second foul on Leon. 10-point game. 3:30 to go in the first half. Corey Webster fires it over to Leon Henry. Driving is Leon, goes up. Max Darling meets him there. Taylor Britt the other way. He's fouled by Corey Webster.
Almost felt like he was going to get away with that for a second.
Absolutely no arguments from Corey.
Corey just mugged him. Oh, Max Darling showing his athleticism at the defensive end there with Leon Henry going to the basket.
Second foul on Webster.
I think a young Leon Henry may have tried to put Max on a poster there.
Karina under duress from Ledger and Webster. Reset through Taylor Brett. Drives at the big does Brett, up with his left hand and gets a friendly roll. The ball's no signs of showing down. Corey Webster 1 on 5 and the floater drops.
Mike Karina was out on an island all by himself there with Corey Webster driving at him.
Looking to drop it inside, but Leon Henry read another play. And here comes Jana Bazant. Euro step, Walter Brown, great work to effect the shot, but the balls will go again, and there's Webster wide open. Leaves it short. And a collective sigh of relief around Cowles Stadium. It's Webster just grimacing with exhaustion out there. Brown from the corner. Rebound Ledger. He gets tied up there with Taylor Britt. And the foul is called on the Rams captain. Time out by the Rams.
See, Taylor almost got his arm stuck there. Couldn't get it out. Well, 2 minutes left in the second quarter. It's big 2 minutes for the Rams here. Just need to make sure this lead doesn't blow out any further. See if they can bring it back in within sort of maybe 4 to 6 points.
Rambo just mucking in on the work. Interesting technique.
It's a serious leg workout.
There's the Bulls and the Rams talk it over. It's a little bit of daylight between the two so far. The Bulls looking to make it 2 wins in 2 days on the South Island.
And pretty tough to do that South Island double header, whether it be Rams Giants or Sharks Nuggets. Always tough to come down this way and get 2 wins.
We're talking about impressive stat lines we've seen over the weekend, Phil, just from this afternoon's game between the Jets and the Tuatara. The 92-91 win for Manawatu and Palmy Dice. How about beat John Bohannon? 9 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists. Not bad from the big man.
How many free throws did he miss?
Zayn Najdawi at 31 and 8.
9 points.
John Bohannon was 1 for 2 from the line.
So if he was 2 for 2,
whatever nice triple double. Back underway here at the Cauldron. 10-point lead to the visiting Franklin Bulls. Corey Webster has 13. Leads all scorers. Energetic defense from the Rams. Forces a turnover.
That corporate table is taking a beating tonight.
Scares a few children.
It's the second time that the ball was slammed right down in the middle of their table.
Max Darling just offering a helping hand. There's a few tears on display.
Might need to spread some adults out.
Fizzy pop everywhere over there. Brett finds a bit of space. Henry again. Max Darling goes and gets it and is fouled.
Leon Henry did a great job of forcing Taylor Britt into a tough shot, but may see a replay of it, maybe not. But the
foul was called on Jaden Bazant.
The Bulls just couldn't come up with a defensive board. Max Darling doing a great job.
Back to the foul line. Max Darling goes 3 for 5 so far from the regime. Originally from Nelson. You see Morgan Meskel just pondering his next move. Rosetto with a screen on Ryan Taylor at half court, finding a bit of space for Isaac Davidson, who capitalises.
Getting to his favourite spot on the court, the middle of the paint.
Detch around the Darling screen. Oh, Mike Karina was not expecting that. They recover though, as Detch dumps it into Karina. 4 on the shot clock. And he delicately caresses that ball in with that soft right hand of his.
Good poise by Karina there. Shot clock running down.
Under a minute to go in the first half. Corey Webster shut down by Darling. Deep three from Webster. Down it goes. Corey Webster just sucks the air out of the building. He gives the Bulls an 11-point lead. Under 40 seconds to go in the first half. Turnaround jumper from Ditch in the paint. That's good. Rossetto. Janie Mazant just slows things down. The 5-second differential between shot and game clock. A big sidestep from Bazant, and the shot won't drop. Darling has to put up a prayer with one hand, and it doesn't go, and it's half-time. The Bulls with the lead, 44-35. In an action-packed, end-to-end, non-stop game of basketball here to round out round 7 of the Cowles NBL. And the man who's been all over the stat sheet in this first half is Leon Henry, and he's with Phil Jones.
Leon, great first half for you guys, obviously coming off the back of a game against Giants last night. How are you feeling?
You know, like, I think for us, it's about building character in these situations. It's a tough schedule for teams to have a back-to-back, especially down in South Island, both in Nelson and Canterbury. So right now, we still got a lot of work to do.
Defensively, you guys look really switched on. Obviously, that's something you guys have been working on a lot for this road trip.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, like, we've heard comments around the league that we're a bit over-aggressive at certain times. We're a young group and we're still learning. So right now, I'm proud of the group, but we've got a lot more to do.
Good first half. Good luck for the second, eh?
6 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for Leon Henry, and a couple of blocks too so far in this game. It is half-time. The Bulls lead the Rams 44-35. Stick with us. We'll be back after the break. So we're just going to do the halftime show. We've got one break, and then Phil into the under the hoop with the center over there. So just Phil comes down, when he gets back up again, keep an eye on it, and over there.
Okay, so can I just do it?
Just go chill here. Chill here. Yes. Home? Yeah. I told her. She knows. I just spoke to her. She's there in the blue top with the jacket over the top. Is that Hoon Hay School? Hoon Hay. Yeah.
Hoon Hay, that's looking at Dave Langrell's.
Yeah. Where is Aragon, who's normally floating around watching this kind of stuff?
They usually sit up.
Welcome back. Halftime is here between the Canterbury Rams and the Franklin Bulls. 44-35, the visitors lead as the youngsters from Hoon Hay School entertain the crowd here at Cowles Stadium. Hugh Batten here alongside Phil Jones, and as we see Judd Flavel. So Frank Words to his team at halftime. They trail by 9. It's been frenetic, but that second quarter very much belonged to the Bulls, who won it 25 points to 18, Phil. So we see the stats roll across your screen. Corey Webster again with a hand in most part of this game.
Yeah, he's been really effective both from the three-point line and getting to the hoop, but I think the Bulls are just doing a great job of controlling the tempo of the game. You know, they're speeding the Rams up, they're making it tough. You know, Leon Henry's just cleaning up every rebound, as you see there, with 9 rebounds, and Max Starling doing the same thing for the Rams. But in general, the Bulls look in control, and that's why they're up leading the game 43-35 right now.
Done a great job of keeping Sunday Detch relatively quiet. Just 4 points, 3 assists for Sunday, who's averaging 19 points a game. So a bit of work to do in the second half, but the battle for me has been between the two men there leading the blocks, Leon Henry and Max Darling. Henry, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple of blocks, and Max Darling, 11 points and 9 rebounds, and it's been an intriguing battle.
Yeah, and those two have been going at each other the whole game, and the referees are letting them play a little bit too. It's been pretty physical, and I think for them personally, they like it like that, right? They like to be able to bang and push each other around, and it's nice to watch.
As the country music rolls around Cowles Stadium, we'll take a break, and we're back in the third quarter here between the Bulls and the Rams live on Sky Sport. How's it going so far, and welcome home, Roy. Just keep an eye on the game clock. There's obviously 0, third quarter's going to start. So you want to be done with 30 seconds to go so you can get back. Okay. Just one or two or three questions.
Yeah, even if there's longer to go, it doesn't matter, right? You can feel it.
Oh yeah,
you can hear me, right?
Head over that one. Yeah. Just watch for me to do that. Well, welcome back to Cowles Stadium. Third quarter, just a couple of minutes away between the Rams and the Bulls. The Bulls with a 44-35-point lead. And as mentioned, we are just 2.5 weeks away from a historic day in basketball here in Aotearoa. The tip-off of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, a brand new, fully professional women's league that will tip off here at Cowles Stadium on June 29th. And we're lucky enough to have a tall fern and a member of the mainland Poakai squad, Mary Golding, who's with Phil Jones.
Mary, welcome to the game tonight. Obviously, you've got the mainland Poakai playing for them this year. How exciting is it to be involved in that and be back in New Zealand and playing women's basketball?
So exciting. I mean, honestly, words can't really express my excitement, and yeah, just happy to be home and excited to be playing in front of family and friends, and just, you know, for the younger generation, all the girls out there, you know, in the schools and stuff, that they can actually come to a professional women's game. You know, it's pretty awesome.
And the preparation is going well. You've got the majority of your team here, so looking forward to the first game.
Yeah, 100%. Trainings are awesome. Girls, you know, like the vibe in the team's really cool. Everyone gets along. Everyone's, you know, putting in the hard work, the extra hours. Everyone's supporting each other. Yeah, it's a really nice environment, and I'm really, really excited to be a part of it. And honestly, you know, pretty humbled and, you know, honoured.
And what can we expect to see from you this season?
You know, I'm hoping a bit of everything, to be honest. I'm hoping to develop my game a bit more. But, you know, I'm hoping to get on the scoreboard, also, you know, pull down some rebounds, you know, get my team involved. Also, you know, on the bench to be a great teammate and all-round, you know, player, leader especially. So, yeah, hopefully a bit of everything.
Well, good luck for the season and looking forward to it.
Great to hear from Mary Golding, who will be part of the opening night of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa on June the 29th. Exactly the kind of person, if we were to put up an example of why that league was created, it was for players just like Mary, who have had to head overseas to ply their trade in recent years. And now with an offering that will pay them what they deserve. It's great to have her back playing here on the shores of Aotearoa and providing inspiration for the next generation of tall ferns. Meanwhile, the Canterbury Rams are out on the court as Phil Jones rejoins me in Commentary Plaza, and the Franklin Bulls make their way out now. 44-35, the Bulls lead. Taylor Brett out there for the Rams with Sunday Detch, Ryan Taylor, Max Darling and Mike Kanina. Jaden Bazant, Corey Webster, Isa Davidson, Leon Henry and Anzac Rossetto for the Enviro NZ Franklin Bulls. Here is Isaac Davidson. Over to Webster. Waits for the screen and he gets it. Henry looking to start the second half as he started the first. Gets his own rebound, drops it into Rossetto. Taylor Brett does well to force a jump ball down there.
You know, the Bulls' real focus beginning of each half is to get the ball through Corey Webster's hands, because he's creating opportunities for other players. And Leon, obviously, first play of the game, three-pointer, and they went straight back to that first play of the second half.
Here's the battle. It was so intriguing in the first half. While Max Darling passes out of it this time to Ryan Taylor. And that hand in there from Anzac Rossetto. Puts his hand up. Admits to the indiscretion.
And the Bulls will be well aware that Ryan Taylor is a threat from the three-point line. You see every time he catches it, they're trying to run him off and make him put the ball on the floor.
Brett turning the corner, skipping down the lane and finishing nicely. Was that looking to do the same at the other end? One step too many there from the one they call JB. Travel the call.
Little slip on the floor.
So Max Darling will get us back underway.
And the Rams will be happy to see the first points for the second half go off on the board for them. Took them a while to get going in the first half.
Max Darling resumes the position with Leon Henry. A drop step, and he gets up, and he gets it to go.
May have got away with a little travel on the drop step. Strong finish though by Darling.
Sunday Nets knew that pass was coming. And Corey Webster works hard to get the ball back, finds Rossetto, who finishes.
Those plays are killers. And you do everything but grab the ball and the other team gets a score.
The Rams again look inside to Darling. Leon Henry on 2 fouls as Max Darling's jump hook doesn't go. Clear point of emphasis there for the Rams early in the second half, Phil.
Well, definitely looking to go down low to Max Darling.
Zen puts on the Jets.
And that was almost Taylor Britt-like as he drove through the lane, finished with the left hand.
They play a lot of basketball against each other, Britt and Bazan. There's Ryan Taylor's 3. Is good in front of his own bench. Webster round the Rossetto screen and rattles in a 3. Corey Webster has 19.
Just a little bit of extra body language on that shot just to get it to roll in.
Here's Detch, 6 on the shot clock. Trying to find a bit of space. The Bulls do well, and Henry comes down with the board. His 12th.
He's like a vacuum cleaner down there at the moment. He's getting every rebound.
Webster, catch and shoot. Feeling it is Corey Webster as another one rattles in here at Cowles Stadium.
And this is danger zone for the Rams right now. Corey Webster is starting to feel... He's feeling good out there.
Gets his floater, goes. Well, there's Judd Flavel. And Phil, I was just thinking, is there a coach who knows any Corey Webster better than Judd Flavel? Coached him essentially from a child as Rossetto drives. And that's some smart finish from Anzac Rossetto. Taylor Britt burrowing his way through the lane until he runs into the brick wall that is Anzac Rossetto.
And he looks like he's a bit gassed, needs a sub, and Josh Ledger's subbing in for him.
Just stepped into him.
A little surprised about the call. But
Trundles his way to the bench. Here's Britt. Forced out wide by Ledger. Karina lurking down low. Sunday Detch dashing across the baseline. Lost the ball though. And the Bulls get possession.
another good set of defense by the Bulls. The Rams will need to put something together this defensive possession. The Bulls just stretched the lead out to 12 points again.
6 to go in the third quarter. Webster and Henry with their fingerprints all over this game, and 3 more as they combine again. Timeout called by the Canterbury Rams. 9 points for Leon Henry, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 22 points for Corey Webster and 4 assists.
Well, at the moment for the Rams, it's almost like, who do we guard? You know, we've got 2 guys running at Corey Webster. We leave Leon Henry wide open. He knocks down a 3. We run 1 guy at Corey Webster. He knocks down a 3. So at the moment, it's a real problem for the Rams.
The Rams without Joe Cook-Green, who's still on the left of your screen, and also without Matua Maker. Signs indicate we won't see much of Matua Maker for the coming weeks, if again this season. A nasty knee injury in training. We wish him the best. Joe Cook-Green out just with precaution on a slight hamstring tweak.
And it's definitely something you've got to be very careful with, is a hamstring. Because once they go, it's a long time coming back from that injury.
Well, I had a chat with JCG before the game, and he said he spent enough time on the sidelines over the last couple of years. The last thing he wants is another season out, so he'll take every precaution necessary and expects to be back next week.
And that's coming from a man who has experienced some pretty horrific injuries.
Players back out on the court. And Max Darling will inbound, get us back underway. And find Sunday Ditch, 59-44, the Bulls lead. Here's Britt. Knew exactly where Karina was going to be, and Karina just got there in time, and a tough finish.
Tough finish.
Davidson. The reset through Corey Webster. Screen comes from Ledger. And there he is, Josh Ledger, as Karina is slow getting back.
Yeah, the Rams just no help side on that dive to the rim.
Britt again to Karina. Just bumps off Ledger and finishes. But a big man basketball from both teams in the last couple of drives. Henry. Webster gets Ryan Taylor in the air. Bazant drives. Hand from Britt is a good one. And it will remain Franklin possession.
6 seconds on the shot clock from the Bulls. The referee's just asking the question, did it come off Jaden Bazant?
Corey Webster, catch and shoot, doesn't go. Rebound by Karina. Britt again. Just the drop off to Karina. And that's a travel. Great defense from Josh Ledger.
I like Mike Karina's aggression at the moment. Trying to get to the hoop and trying to finish. Just Josh Ledger just getting a hand on the ball on his way up. 2
former teammates at the 2020 showdown for the Nelson Giants. It was Josh's debut in the league. He's a man who debuted a long time ago. Corey Webster going to work on Max Darling, who does well. Davidson trying to be aggressive. Oh, Sunday Ditch almost got the back of his hands to it. Henry with a tough 3 ball. And Judd Flavel will be happy with that defense from the Rams. Britt almost tied up by Webster. And there's the help defense from the Bulls. There's Leon Henry. Is having a game for the Franklin Bulls.
He's everywhere at the moment, Leon Henry.
Bazant, tough shot, doesn't go, but will make his way to the Racine foul line to shoot 2.
See Jaden Bazant here just turning the corner off the screen, and Mike Karina just not set. Off to the Racine foul line. Bulls just doing a great job defensively here. The Rams just can't get anything going. Every pick and roll, they're hard hedging and then diving bigs, and they've got weak side help, and every shot is under pressure.
Bazant's first goes. Oh, Morgan Maswell, pre-game, talking about how he's been pretty happy with the defence all season. Even during the 4-game losing streak, it was just putting the ball in the basket was the issue. The addition of an 83-time Tall Black, who happens to be one of the best scorers in New Zealand history, will certainly help that.
Absolutely.
Evidence would show this weekend.
Yeah, we saw that last night and we're seeing it tonight.
Nice pass from Britt to Talbot. It was absolutely clobbered by Isaac Davidson. And blessed have the Tall Blacks with world-class shooting guards over the last 30 years, really, from yourself, Phil, through the 90s and 2000s. You were joined by a certain Kirk Penny.
Yeah.
And he handed the mantle to Corey Webster. Who will be next?
Yeah, there's plenty of young talent in this league, and a lot of young talent too overseas, playing in different colleges and different competitions.
Tauber back to Ditch. Webster with a good closeout on Sunday. And the hands at Rosetto active down low. And the Franklin Bulls want this win. Webster, step back from mid-range, doesn't go. Detch does well to come down with the board. Swarming defense from the Bulls. Detch tries to find a gap. Corey Webster says, I'll have that, thank you. Here comes Leon Henry. Changed his mind mid-pass.
Just the energy from the Bulls at the moment is amazing. You wouldn't have thought they'd played a game last night.
Webster, Henry brings the possession in and then drains the three ball. These two are combining beautifully.
And this is old school Leon Henry right here. Hitting threes, getting rebounds, blocking shots.
Detch trying to fire back, can't. Rebound Webster. Everything going the way of the Franklin Bulls. Cal Robinson.
Thought we were going to see a highlight reel there.
So did Isaac Davidson, as he still says to Cal Robinson now, where was the alley-oop, young man? Here he is trying to make amends. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Nothing but net. And if you're a Franklin Bulls fan, you are loving what you are seeing in this third quarter. Detch, it's the Rams, fresh out of ideas on the offensive end.
They just look lost out there at the moment.
Corey Webster is just throwing out dimes.
Yeah.
He's either putting it in the bucket or he's putting it in the shooting pocket for someone. Normally Leon Henry.
Yeah, and I think that might be the first time he's been out of the game tonight, Corey Webster. Minute restrictions on the bench, obviously.
Talma. Tough assignment for him. Straight out of the fire station. Back into the fire is Taylor Britt's three ball. Two ball doesn't go. Walter Brown with a great effort play to keep the ball in the possession of the Canterbury Rams. Britt turns the corner. Can't finish.
Leon Henry may have got a sneaky hand on that one too.
Bazant trying a little bit of everything. Coming away with a bucket and a wry smile too from Jaden Bazant.
Was that not a double dribble? Did he? It looked like he jump stopped and then he may have got the ball deflected out of his hands.
I think he lost possession, yeah. 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. A third quarter that has squarely belonged to the Franklin Bulls. Taylor Brett trying a bit of everything. The Rams getting in each other's way. And that perhaps a sign of Alex Talma coming back into this squad. Jaden Bazant's going to look to get a half-court miracle up. Tell you what wouldn't surprise me, the way that quarter's gone for the Bulls. It doesn't go, though. 3 quarters in the books, and wowee, what a quarter from the Franklin Bulls. They lead the Canterbury Rams 70 points to 48 here with 10 minutes to go. We'll be back after the break here on Sky Sport. Poor guy. Walks on the court. Takes a humiliating half-court shot. It just slowly trudges off. Absolutely no fanfare whatsoever. absolute clinic. We talked about all those close games. Just blowing them off the court. 48% from three.
Yeah, well, shot the ball really well.
We'll talk about these stats when we come back.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. Fourth quarter about to get underway. And yes, you are reading your screen correctly. The Franklin Bulls, who just 24 hours ago were about to try and arrest the 4-game losing streak. Well, they beat the Nelson Giants at the top of the South. They dropped down to Canterbury, and now they're up by 70-48. Just some quick look at the stats here. Phil Jones, the Bulls shooting 49% from the field, 48 from three-point land, 13 for 27 to the Canterbury Rams 3 for 13. They've made 10 more threes. That'll do it.
It will do it. Yeah, that'll blow a lead out quick. And, you know, culprits Corey Webster and Leon Henry are probably the majority of those extra additional threes. Those guys have been shooting the ball extremely well tonight.
They've got 34 points between them, so almost points. Also 8 blocks to 1 in favour of the Bulls as well, as we see a little bit more energy here from the Canterbury Rams, who no doubt a bit of a towel up from Jeff Blabbert at three-quarter time. It doesn't bother Leon Henry, though, who drains another three.
And that was a well-executed play straight out of the quarter timeout there.
Henry, a steal. It's like he's seen this game before.
Yeah, cheat code. He's got a cheat code. What's going on?
Back to the Future 2 or 3. I can't remember whichever one it was. He knows the result already, and he's out there making plays as Leon Henry. Josh Ledger just a little too aggressive on Sam Smith.
Just see here, beautiful. Oh no, this is the next play. Sam Smith doing a great job cutting that pass off.
Sunday Detch trying to get himself going. That one doesn't go. Henry with the rebound. His 13 to go with 15 points, 5 assists, 3 blocks. Bazant, gymnastics in the air was something special, just not the finish. Alex Talma, why not? Just leaves it short.
Looked good out of the hand, just a little bit short. It'd be nice to see Jaden Bazant try and take off on one of those baseline drives. Watching him in the warm-ups, he's a supreme athlete.
The Bulls shaping up for a bit of time without their point guard, of course, as he will head overseas with the 3x3 Tall Blacks. Tomorrow, I believe, the flight leaves to France and Belgium for the World Cup.
Yeah, which makes these 2 games even that more important for the Bulls, because without him, he does leave quite a big hole. Obviously, they've got backup point guard Jet Thompson, but you know, Jaden Bazant's playing very well at the moment.
Leon Henry is feeling it tonight. He is in some sort of zone. A 7-time champion. See some familiar faces in the crowd. Referee Hamish Dale, fresh off duty last night in Wellington, back in his hometown watching the game. A great crowd here, and while they're not seeing perhaps the result they want, Phil, they've been treated to a clinic by Morgan Maskell's Franklin Bulls.
Yeah, they have been probably the only way to describe them as clinical. Both ends of the floor. The defense has been outstanding, and offensively they're just getting the shots they need and they want in the right times in the right places. And a lot of the offense is either being run through Corey's hands or through Jaden Bazant's hands, or ultimately Leon Henry. And those 3 involved, they're tough. They're tough to stop right now.
Can I just say I've been doing Leon Henry a disservice. He has 15 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks. And here he is, ball in hand, the captain of the Franklin Bulls. Webster. Jeff Level looking for a bit of youth out there with Aidan Tong out there for the first time. So we have a shot clock violation there. Lack of recognition from the Bulls, and that'll be the first thing they've done wrong in about 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, and I think everyone was surprised by the fact there was a shot clock violation.
Detch spinning, almost slipping, going out with his left hand. Earning a trip to the foul line, courtesy of Anzac Rossetto.
You see Detch here just getting to the middle of the floor, and Rossetto just getting him on the arm. Soft one probably compared to some of the contact we've seen tonight.
We've talked about how close the results have been, Phil, and perhaps not tonight, but how anyone can beat anyone, certainly on display tonight. And earlier this afternoon with the Jets beating the ladder leading Auckland Tuatara. One trend I've noticed as well that perhaps hasn't been there in recent years is imports who are very good. We're looking at Sunday Detch averaging 19 points a game, has just 7 so far in this one, are being stopped. Not every night, but some nights. We've seen Trey Morning, who started the season so well for the Giants, just struggle a couple of games, and Jared West the same last night. Ryan Taylor's blown hot and cold as well. It's not the case where imports have come in and just dominated this league.
No, that's right. And I think the caliber of the New Zealand player is also very good, you know, and lifting, and the young guys we're seeing now who've been in the league for a few years now are starting to get more opportunities, and they're playing very well as well. So I like the level of the league right now.
Leon Henry gets his own rebound and will earn his way to the Rosine foul line.
The other thing too, I think, is, you know, there's been some addition of some very good coaches into the league, and you know, someone like Morgan is very technical, you know, and Zico Coronel is his I guess mentor in a way, and another coach that's very technical and understands the intricacies of the game, and you know, how to stop players and where the shots are coming from, and they're coaching their teams to stop individuals, you know, and I have no doubt that Sunday Detch was a really big part of that team philosophy tonight.
Oh, Alex Talma, that'll make him feel good. Here's Webster, he's got 22, 31 last night. Slings it inside, just tipped on its way through. Cal Robinson cleans it up and finishes.
And that's tough for the Rams, you know, they get a deflection and then it just goes straight into a Bulls player hand, and they finish with an easy 2 points.
Detch has just been shut down. And that doesn't affect him then as he gets a turnaround jumper to go over Anzac Rossetto. Rossetto sets a big screen at half court, but then doesn't turn at all. And Detch goes at him with a foul there.
I think that may need to be 2 points, because I'm sure that came off the backboard.
Referee's just discussing it. Regan Ashley and Matt Bathurst, and Sharon Martin will come into the conversation. See the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Basket counts, and Detch will go to the line to shoot one. Fourth foul on Anzac Rossetto. Makes his way to the bench. Quite nice statistically for Anzac, who, as I said, is feeling under the weather, has done all week, but he's affected many a shot down low.
He has, yeah. He's done a very good job tonight. Like, you know, sometimes you have a game where you don't feature so much on the stat sheet, but you do the little things that make it tough for other teams to score, and Anzac's done a great job of that, changing shots, you know, getting deflections, the odd steal here, rebounds.
Detch into double figures with 11 points. This is Henry and Webster combine again. Henry sets the screen. Webster wants another one. Fires it over to Davidson. Steps into a three. Eyes at Davidson. Tickles the twine, I should say. Walter Brown the other way.
Well, it's tough for the Bulls because they run two, for the Rams, they run two players at Corey Webster and leave someone wide open. And then that guy knocks down a three. You know, what are you going to do?
Coaches all around the league. And well, this is what we feared. This Corey Webster. Josh Ledger turns the corner, loses possession though. Detch has got Walter Brown to his right. 80% showing that athleticism, but Tama there to tidy up the mess.
And Telma's doing a good job right now of tidying up a few baskets.
Smith with the defense on Davidson as this, with still 6 minutes to go. It's turning into a bit of an end-to-end scrimmage, and Leon Henry goes, you know what, guys, slow it down. We're up by 21. There's still plenty of time to go in this game. Certainly not an unassailable lead. Webster has a mismatch here with Towner on him, and Towner is ready to bite. Webster leaves it short, goes and gets his rebound. Henry steadies himself, he leaves it short too. Perhaps a sign of tired legs for those two. They've done pretty much everything for their team tonight.
Still coming up with 2 offensive rebounds off those 2 shots.
Webster sends Sam Smith flying. And Tong eventually brings the ball in for the Canterbury Rams. Nice little hesitation from Sunday Detch. And Tong in there, working hard and not coming away with the ball. Oh, that was that ball on the string at half court. Bazant is fouled and will make his way to the line.
And nice patience by Bazant. Just obviously listening to Leon Henry change of direction and just takes contact off to the receiving foul line.
Saw Leon Henry make his way over the bench and say, can we have a timeout, coach? To Morgan Maskell, who dutifully obeys his captain and rewards him with a timeout as Jane Bazant just looking a little ginger there as he's helped off by
a little bit of cramp, I think. Just cramping up a bit.
What a basketball for Jane Bazant. Played 30 minutes tonight. Played 30 last night.
Well, the Bulls are looking quite happy at the moment. With a 21-point lead.
A reminder of the result from earlier this afternoon. Manawatu Jets 92, the Auckland Tuatara 91.
It's been a tough weekend for the Tuatara with the loss to
Taranaki and the Manawatu Jets. And
on the buzzer, and then a loss to the Jets on the buzzer.
Chris Johnson had a 3-ball to win the game. And time expired before a rebound was tapped in by, who knows? It was almost like an AFL contest there.
It was. It had to pop up and then just go through the hoop, didn't it?
Time had expired though, and the Jets walked away with a great victory, just showcasing the work that Ngāti Tawhale and the team are doing there with that young squad. Now they've got a fully assembled roster. Back-to-back wins for them. And Phil, when's the last time the ladder-leading team would have lost to the Jets in the Airs in the last few years, you know? Two teams, that, without any disrespect, who have been at the wrong end of the ladder for the past 4 or 5 years in the NBL. And great to see them out there getting dubs for their fans.
It is, and you know, it shows the quality of the NBL. You know, where teams that you think should be winning and are not winning because the other teams that are sort of lower on the ladder, they're starting to understand how to play in this league.
Ryan Taylor for 3. He gets it to go after a smart bit of play from Taylor Britt. Taylor has 11 now. As Webster hits the deck. Fouled by Sam Smith.
A little bit of he's wearing a long sleeve shirt, otherwise he might have a bit of a floor burn, I'd imagine. Just comes down on that elbow.
No ill signs on his ankle, thankfully. I'm not sure I'm ready for the Corey Webster show to be over just after 2 games. Certainly giving those Tall Black selectors something to think about. You mentioned Zico Coronel. Congratulations to Zico. And Trent Adam named as the Tall Blacks assistant coaches ahead of the homestand. Just a few weeks' time.
Panel of 6. I think Judd Flavel also on that panel.
Mike Fitchett.
Daryl Cartwright.
Some great names.
Ross McMains.
As the...
And the reason they have a panel is because of the availability of the coaches, correct, throughout the NZNBL and the timing of the
window
Tall Blacks games.
FIBA international commitments are just all year round now. And this way they can allow coaches to spend time at home with their domestic teams when needed and travel when needed. So also shows the depth of New Zealand coaching at the moment, which is just great to see. And will this man be a part of it? He's played 83 times. Passes to a former Tall Black teammate. And this time it doesn't go from Leon, who has 17 points, 16 rebounds. It's been a weekend of big double-doubles. I'll tell you what, Phil, on the NZNBL social media, at the end of every round, the vote goes up there for performance of the week. There are some options in round 7.
Tough to be picking that after this round.
Going to get over halfway. Sam Smith with the steal, and here's Walter Brown. Oh, Isaac Davidson. As cool as you like with that steal.
Thought we were going to see another highlight from Walter Brown. Last time we were here, he got up above the rim and threw one down.
Corey Webster's not done. He's fouled.
Great hustle here from Sam Smith, keeping it in. And
I realised it came off his foot, so had to keep it in. Webster working hard off the ball. Fouled, but a finish through the contact. Not foul shake, clattered. Finish through the contact.
A tough finish by Webster.
Showing every bit of his class in his debut weekend for the Franklin Bulls.
And Sunday Ditch has really tried to get himself going in the latter part of this quarter. Just nothing's dropping for him.
Well, Leon Henry.
Everything dropping for that guy, though.
With another 3. 20 points for Leon. Foul called, and Morgan Maskell going to the youth. Young Christian Martin coming into the game as Corey Webster makes his way to the bench.
Gets a nice hand from his teammates and a couple of admiring fans. See another timeout.
Well-deserved break for Webster. Plenty to think about for this Rams side.
Yeah, a tough thing for them at the moment for the Rams too. They are carrying quite a few injuries with Joe Cook Green. Stent is out, the shoulder injury. They've got Matua Maker who's out. Yeah, they're players that have played quite a big role in the first parts of the season for the Rams. So they'll be looking to get those guys back as soon as possible and possibly looking at replacing Matua Maker. Just because his injury looks like it's going to be serious enough to keep him out for the season.
Well, you can't waste time, can you? I mean, we've seen the ladder.
That's right,
You
yeah.
can't waste time. You'll lose too many games if you go too under strength for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you chuck a double header in there and then all of a sudden, the games are slipping away from you pretty quickly.
The Canterbury Rams are at home on Saturday of round 8 to the Manawatu Jets. And we'll be there for that one, Phil. And the Franklin Bulls have the Wellington Saints coming to Auckland. A doubleheader for the Saints next week. They play the Giants in Nelson, then they fly up to Auckland to play the Bulls. So they look to revitalise a tough start. Taylor, his 3-ball goes. Giving the crowd something to cheer about here. Pressure broken by Jet Thompson. 20-point lead, 2:22 to go.
And Taylor's done a good job. Ryan Taylor's done a good job of knocking down shots, but he just hasn't had enough looks, I don't think.
Pass deflected, so it will be Franklin ball. Henry turning the corner, up fake. Just can't finish, still working hard out there though, is the veteran. Ditch back to Britt. His three ball is too strong. Walter Brown dives on it like a live grenade, but there's Leon Henry with another stat to his impressive line tonight.
Leon just playing at a different pace to everybody else, showing his experience.
Offensive foul there, Jet Thompson called for the push-off.
Walter Brown is playing some really good one-on-one defense here. Just sliding his feet, and Jet Thompson just extending that arm. And Walter Brown did a good job of selling it potentially, but there was a bit of extension in the arm.
Well, Leon Henry was just subbed off, and but it came as close as you can to refusing to be subbed off and managed to change his coach's mind. He wants to stay out there. He's feeling it as Leon. As Ryan Taylor, as three doesn't go. Sam Smith does just magnificently to keep that in. How big are his hands? to get his wrap it around like he just did. Carl Robinson throws it off the boot of Ryan Taylor, and it will eventually be Bull's ball. So Christian Martin, who was pulled off to keep Henry on, goes back on, and Isaac Davison takes a break. Captain's innings continues from Henry, who's enjoying himself too much out there. Oh, steal. Sam Smith can't get the finish, and Martin, who is athletic, he certainly was as a schoolboy, comes down with the board.
Great job of recovering that.
Thompson's three is short, but it will be an enjoyable flight home for the Franklin Bulls. Although I might hazard a guess that a fair few of them will be asleep after a fantastic weekend of work in the South Island. They've got to get over half court. They haven't. I don't think it'll bother them too much. 33 seconds ago and a 20-point lead.
You see young Josh Book checking into the game. Son of Ed and Lisa Book. Got a younger brother Nick Book also, who's currently away with the New Zealand under-17 team.
Play tonight at 8:30. Available on the FIBA live stream channel. Wish them the best of luck. Here is Book, just losing the handle and committing a foul, which has been called unsportsmanlike.
Tough call for Josh Book. I think probably called as a clear path.
Just a swipe there with no one in Jet Thompson's way.
Yeah, probably one that could have been let go.
Jet Thompson misses the first. Corey Webster, 24 points, 8 assists. Leon Henry, 20 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks. Stop it, Leon.
That is a stat line right there. That's a wind the clock back Leon Henry moment.
He'd retired. He's working now, working hard off the court in real estate as well as music management. And was called out of retirement last year by the Wellington Saints. And he called out of retirement this year by the Franklin Bulls. And a nice show of sportsmanship just to end the game there as well from the Bulls captain. And fittingly, he finishes the game with the ball in his hand. And fittingly, the Franklin Bulls will fly back to Tamaki Makaurau with a handsome win after a great weekend of work. They knocked off the Nelson Giants last night. They've comfortably beaten the Canterbury Rams this evening here in Christchurch. They took the wind out of Cowles Stadium, but they treated this crowd to a clinic led by Leon Henry and Corey Webster, who between them had 44 of the Franklin Bulls' 88 points. And I said it last night, the Franklin Bulls are back. And these 2 wins make a big difference in the playoff picture as we reach the halfway point of the season. We can hear from the Franklin Bulls captain, Leon Henry. Who's with Phil Jones?
Leon, great weekend for you guys. What do you think got you over the line in the end?
The man upstairs. As I said at halftime, got a young group, and bringing another veteran in just takes a bit of stress off myself. So I'm proud of the boys. It's always tough coming down here, as you know, Philly. So yeah, we got 2 wins, but we still got a lot more to do.
Yeah, look, I know you love to share the love, but let's talk about yourself. Obviously, heading into this season, probably not looking to play NBL, but now back in the league, and what a performance you put on tonight.
I appreciate it. I think like being in the league again, coming from the older generation. I hear comments from the new generation saying that I can't go anymore. That kind of stuff, as you know, drives us. We're here to show them that there was a pedestal that was laid. So the new league that's being run now, they don't understand the history and the foundation. That's why I'm here.
Hey, great game, and good luck for the rest of the season, eh? We'll try and get Corey Webster. Corey. Let's try and get Corey Webster.
We'll just have a look in at the
just
Bulls
having
huddle.
a chat to his teammates at the moment. We might throw it back over to you, Hugh.
We'll see the Bulls talk it over. Well deserved.
Corey, what a performance. First weekend back in the league, and you really showed why you're a star of this league. You're feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I'm happy to get 2 wins. Proud of the boys, especially in that one. We built a lead and we kept it in that game. So now I'm just trying to get more. Yeah, times have changed. That's the young boys right there. But yeah, I'm just trying to get my fitness back. But I'm proud of the boys how we came out. It's tough on a doubleheader on the road like that, but 2 wins, and we're built from that.
Yeah, look, I'll let you get back to it. Congratulations and good luck for the rest of the season, mate.
All right, good job.
And what a weekend for Corey Webster. 55 points over 2 games to start his Franklin Bulls career. And 2 wins, which will be the most important thing for him as we see the stats run across the screen. Half the points of the Bulls belong to Webster and Henry, who just combined beautifully. And we'll see their names atop almost every stat as we roll through these. And Max Starling provided resistance in the first half, but it was that third quarter, Phil, 26-13, where the Bulls just ripped this game away from the Rams.
They did. They just came out both ends of the court, defensively shutting the Rams down. And then offensively, they just got anything they wanted. They converted. And, when you've got 2 guys on your team like Corey Webster, Leon Henry, who just came out, and they had all-star nights, really. And if they come out and do that against any team in the league, they're going to be tough. They're going to be really tough for the rest of the season.
It certainly are. The Franklin Bulls meet the Wellington Saints next weekend in Franklin. As we see the first 3 games of round 8 that are coming your way from Thursday night. The Auckland Tuatara, a bit of a bloody nose to the team from Tamaki Makaurau. Can they take on the Otago Nuggets, who have had to replace Taj McCall? We're waiting to hear an announcement from them on who will be their latest import to join Brett Matahari's team. The Giants themselves popped one on the nose last night from the Bulls. They'll have to rebound against the Wellington Saints team looking to gain momentum and finish the season downhill. And the Canterbury Rams will take on the Manawatu Jets, who are coming off 2 good wins. This league is anyone's right now at the midway point. And it's just fantastic for fans like those who are all smiles despite their team losing it tonight. They were lucky to witness one of the great performances from one of the league's greats in Leon Henry and the return of Corey Webster. So plenty to think about for the Rams, but they're not the only one as we bid farewell from Cowles Stadium here in Christchurch, and we'll see you on Thursday night when round 8 starts in the South NBL.